Welcome back to the fifth round. As always, I'm Steven Musteris. And man, usually about this time right now throughout the week, I'm looking forward to the UFC fights, the main card coming up and for the Saturday. And I would probably be sitting here talking about my predictions for this. But here I am sitting here super fucking intrigued with this Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight. And the storylines that are building up on this right now are pretty fucking wild. Like, not only do we got Jake Paul, YouTuber, whatever, sensation, fighting an MMA fighter who's never boxed ever, who's a wrestler, doesn't have stand up. So it's like already there, you're almost like, I don't know what the fuck's about to happen. Like, you would think Jake Paul is going to win, but still, it's like, you don't know what's going to happen. Because, I mean, although he won his last two fights, he's fought guys that don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's kind of easy to win those. Like, I'm not taking anything away from him. And then not only for that, you got Dana White offering up $1 million for this fight when he's got his own fight coming on for the UFC over the weekend. But he's not. I'm sure he's not betting on that as much as he's betting on this. And then it's the question out there, like, what happens if Ben wins? What happens if Jake wins? Like, all these scenarios can play out, and some of them I just find super intriguing. Like the fact that Jake Paul, yeah, like even if he wins, like I know just hearing from his interviews and stuff, like his main priority of all doing this all is that he wants people to understand he's a legit boxer. And it throws the question to me as like, okay, so why did you pick Ben Askren then? Like you picked Nate Robinson, you beat the shit out of a basketball player, we get it. And then now, okay, yeah, you are fighting a MMA fighter and whatnot, and a champion, but we all watch him. He's a wrestler. You wouldn't wrestle him; it would be bad. Like, so you pick a guy who can't even box, which is smart for you to like get the win and whatnot, like you should. But it's like, does this actually give you that credential of like being a legit boxer? Like in my opinion, no, not even close. And then, like, I don't think for the majority of people they would like maybe his fan group or whatever. But and then it comes up to a point like, okay, yeah, he should win. I think like if my prediction, I definitely think Jake could win. But at the other end, it's like now, although you think you're in the driver's seat, now you give Ben Askren all the priority and all the fucking chances of just like taking everything you got. Like if you go out and lose to a 36, 37-year-old, whatever, 38-year-old Ben Askren who can't box, can't do any of that, like when it comes to actual fighting, like we've watched him do, like with world class people, like he's not world class in stand up. So it's like, dude, if this guy beats you or even like takes you to later rounds or a decision and it's close, like I don't know, it'd be tough to really sell a next Jake Paul fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, it's like, dude, okay, yeah, you should win, but if you lose or even have like a tough fight against this guy, it's like, who would you fight? Like, I want him to fight KSI. If I'm a YouTube boxing fan, I want to see him box KSI just because KSI has shown, at least against Logan Paul, who Logan Paul I think can box a little bit. Like he's got the work. He just doesn't have the stamina or the killer instinct like I think his brother does. But it's like, okay, that would be a way funner fight. Two YouTubers who will probably put on a better show than what the fuck we've seen out of Nate Robinson or maybe out of Ben Askren. We don't know, but I don't think it's going to be pretty regardless because you got Ben Askren who doesn't make anything look pretty unless he's on the ground. And then Jake who, I mean, if he knocks him out, it's going to be pretty. But if not, it's going to be interesting because he's still an amateur technically. I know these are pro boxing fights, but I don't know. Just it draws so many questions because like if Jake loses, does he even fight again? Like, does he have and like I know he'd probably want to, but for us as fans, are we going to pay for that? Like, are we really going to try to watch Jake Paul fight after he would lose to Ben Askren, if that's even a thing? And if Ben wins, like, is he going to fight again? Would he fight a Logan Paul? Would he fight a KSI? Would he fight anybody? Like, he's already said he's not going to fight a legit boxer or MMA fighter who can actually stand up. Like, he's already said, like, no, dude, I know I'm not good at boxing. He just doesn't believe Jake's good. So, I don't know. It's super exciting. Like I said, I think Jake should win this fight easily, in my opinion. You got a guy coming off hip surgery, and he's old. He's been beat up pretty bad. He's had a very long career, so it's like Jake should win this. He's young. He's got the speed, and he's been doing it technically. It's hard to say longer, but at least boxing, he's been doing it longer. So this is interesting. But like I said, will Dana White become like? Well, will he get his million back? Will he become right on this bet? Like, and my only other thing on it too is just how impressive it is, though. And I got to take a shout out real quick. Is shouts out to these YouTubers and these like celebrity boxers, man. Like, you guys are really getting the views. Like I said, dude, I would much rather be talking about Robert Whitaker versus Kevin Gastelum this coming weekend. But here I am. This is stealing the show. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. You got Bieber. You got Bieber going out here and performing. You got them all. I think the baby. I think I heard. So it's gonna be interesting. Kudos to you guys. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. And Jake Paul really is throwing everything on the line here. Ben Askren has nothing to lose. So again, this has been the 5th round. Brought to you by always myself, Steven Musteris. And if you guys like this, check out more videos, whatever. Fuck that subscription shit. I don't give a fuck. I do this for fun. So, hey, have a good one.